political parties in Guyana have finally signed the Code of Conduct, and in sports, West Indies hoping to level the series against England in the final test. I'm Nicole Best, and this is the Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, April 30th. Details to these stories and more in just a moment.
We are on Facebook. Join the growing Caribvision community today. Go to www.facebook.com/Caribvision. Be a part of our online family, whether you are located in Canada, the USA, or even farther away. Caribvision is about what it means to be from the Caribbean, our culture, our lifestyles, our voices. Log on or switch us on. Caribvision. Cricket, still the game of glorious uncertainty. Support our boys as they face up to England in the third test at Kensington Oval in Barbados. Advertise in these games and show solidarity with our team. To book advertising space in the regional broadcast, contact Loretta Dotsky at cmccaribbean.com or call her at 246-467-1044 or 246-253-3889. Rally round the West Indies. Show solidarity.
Less than 2 weeks ahead of general elections, political parties in Guyana have finally signed the Code of Conduct. The signing comes days after the Organization of American States expressed concern about the conduct of parties during the campaigning. The code was signed on Wednesday in the presence of Chairman of the Elections Commission, Steve Surujbali. More in this report from Neil Marks of Capital News.
The signing of the Code of Conduct may have come late, with some political leaders already accused of having used inflammatory language on the campaign trail. But in the crunch time to general and regional elections, the leaders still have the opportunity to abide by the code. At least that's the hope of the Elections Commission Chairman, Dr. Steve Surujbali.
This is the day which begins the process which political differences are consciously cast aside, so that you, noble visionary patriots, and you all are, by placing your signatures on the document, are in effect placing our nation first. And you're demonstrating your willingness, your preparedness, your commitment to adhere to the rules of a code of conduct to which essentially you yourselves have meaningfully contributed.
The Code of Conduct for political parties recognizes that peace and order, compliance with electoral laws, respect for opponents and the electorate are of paramount importance.
While female activist Shalina Najir says she's not appeased by the firing of Health Minister Berry Ramsaran. Ramsaran was recorded less than 2 weeks ago verbally abusing Najir and threatening to have her stripped. Najir says his sacking is an attempt by the ruling party to win public favor ahead of the May 11 polls. Ivor Wharton of Capital News has the story.
We know that we're in a silly season. We're less than 2 weeks away from election season, from the elections. So we're not really fooled by this, and I would say many of us, including myself, are not appeased. Because if the president really cared about, women's issues and sexual violence, well, Mr. Ramsaran is not the first. He's not just one bad apple. There are numerous other people within the government, within the PPP, who have also been abusers of women. The most egregious example being Mr. Anil Nandalal, the Attorney General, who, he 6 months after he made his comments, he's still in office.
Shalina Najir outside of the Ministry of Health hours after the news broke that embattled Health Minister Dr. Berry Ramsaran was relieved of his duties by President Donald Ramotar. The Attorney General Anil Nandalal in a telephone conversation was recorded threatening violence against the staff of a local daily newspaper, Kaisho News, while also attempting to solicit information about a young female reporter from whom his uncle wanted sexual favors. Najir also said she would be lodging a formal complaint to the Guyana Medical Council on the minister's behavior.
In the Bahamas, a recent amendment to the new immigration laws will take effect on May 10th. The amendment provides for people born in the Bahamas to non-nationals to apply for a belongers permit. These people must, however, be below the age required to apply for citizenship. Meanwhile, Immigration Minister Fred Mitchell is lamenting the number of illegal immigrants that are still at the detention center.
There are now 133 people in the detention center as of this morning. Of that, the largest number is 57 Haitians and then 23 Cubans, and a smattering of other nationals, including 6 Venezuelans and 2 nationals of Ecuador. Those last set of individuals, the Venezuelans and Ecuadorians, were detained for working without a work permit on a construction site in the Bahamas.
Mitchell says there is an increase in the number of non-nationals being charged with immoral crimes.
The public is also asked to note that increasingly non-nationals are appearing in our courts charged with offenses of moral turpitude. We've received reports of people engaged in crimes of immoral user and also of houses being used for people who seem to be in preparation for smuggling to some other country. We continue intensive investigation into these matters and ask the public to continue the stream of information which we receive.
Stay with us. Sports is next.
Experience the award-winning Atlantis Submarine Tour in Barbados, which is highly recommended for adults and children. Imagine yourself in a rail submarine with big viewports all around, submerged to depths of up to 150 feet in air-conditioned comfort. This narrated undersea voyage can take you to a reef and a shipwreck as curious fish peek in and sea fans sway. Contact us today.
When it feels right, you will feel like there's no place in the world that you'd rather be. Jimmy Cliff, Darius Hammond, Flo Rida, Robin Thicke, Destra's gonna make you whine. Chronix, he will blow your mind. Timberline, let's go. Joey DeFrancesco, you don't need to waste more time. You can buy tickets online.
St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, April 30th to May 10th. Visit stluciajazz.org for more information.
It's the final day of preparations ahead of the third and final test between West Indies and England. The match bowls off at Kensington Oval on Friday. England lead the series 1-0 after winning the second match by 9 wickets in Grenada last week. Vice-captain Craig Brathwaite says the team is looking to equal the series.
Quite confident, still know I have a lot of work to do, still working hard, a lot of things to improve on, and looking forward to this game. It's going to be a good pitch. I'm not sure about fast. It will get some bumps, but I believe it will be a good cricket pitch to last all 5 days. In the last 2 games, thought we did a good job. Obviously in day 5 in Grenada, obviously let ourselves down, but obviously know what we have to do, and we come over and looking to finish strong.
Trinidad and Tobago's cricket board is supporting West Indies spinner Sunil Narine, who was banned from bowling off breaks in matches organized by the BCCI. The TTCB has written to Narine pledging support and offering assistance. The ban also extends to matches in the ongoing Indian Premier League. Narine is allowed to continue bowling his other deliveries, but the BCCI is threatening to suspend him if he uses the off break again in the IPL. The TTCB says Narine has the necessary resolve to overcome the situation and continue to mesmerize batsmen around the world. Top Trinidad and Tobago sprinter Kellyanne Batiste has pulled out of this weekend's IAAF World Relays in the Bahamas for personal reasons. Batiste was part of a 23-member contingent announced by the National Association of Athletics Administrations last week. A statement from the association dismissed suggestions that it was related to her recently completed 21-month ban for doping. Batiste missed the inaugural World Relays last year, but TNT's 400, that's the 4x100 meters women's team, won bronze. Batiste posted 10.98 seconds to win the 100 meters at the recent Tom Jones Memorial Invitational in Florida. And that's the Caribbean in 10. Join us again for Caribbean Newsline. Have yourselves a good afternoon.